Have you ever looked at your spouse or significant other and said, you good? Knowing darn well they're not good and they just look at you with the side eye? Yeah, well, you're at the right place. Welcome back to Cutting Up with the Crawfords. We are the Crawfords, and we're going to talk about check-ins. Whether you are checking in with your family, checking in with your significant other, your spouse, whatever. That's what we're talking about. Okay?
We mostly talking about spouses.
Mostly, yeah. We
we-
check in with our kids, though,
Yeah, we do.
but mainly each other.
Yep.
I'm Dari Crawford, and this is Derrick Crawford, and we are the Crawfords. All right, let's get into it.
I feel like somebody should be clapping. Like I need a crowd. They should all be
You know, they have those, like we could play the sound.
the sound machine.
Like the crowd
Yeah.
is clapping,
Okay.
but
Anyway,
push the button.
I don't know which one it is.
I don't either, so don't do it. Listen, so I started asking Derrick, you good? And what did you think when I started asking you that?
Well, most men just want to say fine or yeah, we good because we want to act like that we got it all together.
You don't have it all together.
No, we don't. But when we out there, or like when we ask another guy, how you doing today? We just want them to say good.
And then keep it moving.
And keep it moving. We don't really want to get the real answer from them.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
Most guys.
Right.
Most people, listen, when I'm in the grocery store and I see somebody and say I see somebody down the aisle and I'm like, oh man, I don't feel like talking today. So I turn and go the other way. Is it me? Am I the only one that does that? Or do y'all do that as well? Let me know. Do you do it?
I'm not as introverted as you are.
True. You like helping ladies in the store. Like,
no, they
reach-
use me for my 6'1"ness.
Can you reach this? And I'm like, I dare you.
Do you think when I reach, they go? They look me up and down. I'm some piece of meat. We had to cut that. Sorry. Next.
That whole like stare that I was talking about at the beginning. Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
Okay. I already know it. So, all right, come on. Let's go.
Side eye.
So we were talking about
Listen.
grocery store.
Yeah, just ask, I tend to run away from people a lot of times because I am an introvert. And I also, in saying I'm an introvert, like I don't want that to be my crutch, that I'm just in my hole and not wanting to talk to people. I can turn it on and talk to people. I can, but I
Depends on whether you're
not.
charged up or whether you're drained.
most of the time I'm drained.
Yeah.
But I recharge when I'm home, so
Yep.
that's why I'm here.
Yep. In your safe space.
Side eye. I feel like side eye was like the whole. It was a part of our entire marriage. Like entire marriage, that's a thing? Yes. So I was giving Derrick a side eye because he seemed like he wasn't good and I was asking if he was good and he would say that he was. And I'm like, oh, you not good. Something's not right. Like, not like something's not right. Like something is on your mind, something's troubling you or bothering you and you wouldn't say.
Yeah.
And I could sense that. I mean, we've been together for years, so I know you. Sometimes I feel like I know you better than you know you.
Probably.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, and I could tell when he was not good. And even though he would say he was, I knew he was not. So can you think of an example where you've asked your spouse, your significant other, your partner, if they were good and you just knew that they weren't? What would they say to you? Would they come out and tell you or not? Yeah, I remember kind of midway through our marriage where, early on, up until midway through our marriage, where we would be faced with not mood swings or like anger, maybe a little bit of anger. And I did not understand why, Derrick was angry or speaking it with a certain tone. I didn't understand it. Well, fast forward, we had found out that he had been having some anxiety. And so I'm not a therapist by any means. We go to therapy. I recommend it for everyone. Once we discovered what anxiety was and that his anger was a symptom, right,
Yes.
of
Yep.
anxiety. And
Yep.
so when he would get anxious, he would snap or, just be angry. And I never understood that. And I was saying, like, hey, it doesn't make me feel good when you say these things. And once we started going to therapy and really were intentional about talking things through, that's when we understood, what was truly going on. And I remember our therapist has suggested check-ins. And so, we were very intentional about checking in with one another. And for us, the phrase "you good" worked. And
But I think there was a lot behind that.
Yeah.
So if I can feed into that a little bit.
Yes, please.
So, yes, I'm usually a pretty calm and chill dude.
You are.
And then and then there would be things that would just like take me from 0 to 100 real quick.
That's what Drake said.
0 to 100 real quick. And so like, it would be like, so like, how did,
Say Drake.
so how, so how did we go?
Say Derrick.
So how did we go? Whoa.
I'm just playing. It's just Drake. That's all.
So how did I go to 0 to 100? I think, again, as we talked about going to therapy and our therapist kind of helping us
Yes.
navigate who we are and what our personality types is. One, learning that you're an outward processor. So a lot of times when you would say things or go over things, I'm thinking it as a man that I need to fix it right away.
Right.
So that would cause a lot of I'm like, God, dog, nothing's right. Nothing. She can't be satisfied.
Yeah.
So it was like there was nothing
Wait,
right.
that's what you were thinking of me? That's what you thought of me?
Yeah, we've been through this. We've talked about this. Like, it was like, no, not satisfied. It's like,
Side-eye.
no, I cannot please her, right? That's what it
was.
There's
Yep.
no pleasing. It wasn't satisfied. The word was pleasing. It's like, I can't please her. So then, again, as we go through therapy, the therapist starts talking about, hey, daughter's an introvert. She needs her quiet time. So that's why she's not responding right now. There's other times where, hey, she's just outward processing. It doesn't mean Derrick go fix it. It means Derrick just sit there with her in it.
Yeah.
And then that's how it all kind of came together as, hey, our code word for being able to know where our emotional intelligence is what the theme word or the phrase or the code word was, you good?
Yeah.
Right. And then I think even fast forward, and I don't know if you're ready to go here, but especially as I was going through the difficult time at church, you would just text me, you good? And it's kind of like, hey, just breathe, know your worth, know whose you are, know who you are, kind of things. And then so that I would reciprocate that. I know if you were going to a hard meeting or it was a difficult day or you had a lot going on back to back to back meetings, again, no chance for you to recharge. Hey, you good? You need anything? Did you eat? We all get hangry, and that would feed into my 0 to 100 real quick too. Would be, realizing that I needed to eat regularly and maintain my blood sugar, all that stuff to, again,
Same.
know my emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
And I know I just said a lot of words, but I gave you all a lot of information. So I don't know if you want to review that or
No, that's good.
break it. You know me, say it how you want to say it.
Oh, like you want me to interpret what you just said?
What I just said.
Okay, so what he just said is Dari's always right.
Amen.
That's what he just said. No, he's absolutely right. We realized that the check-ins was another form of communication, right? Like we had to communicate prior to the check-in because we had to know what was going on in our lives, like what meetings we had, if we had difficult conversations, hard conversations, or whatever, or remediation, or whatever we were going through at that time. It was good to know that prior to the meeting. So then when we had the meeting, or when we were out all day, or when we were on Zooms all day, we checked in on one another. And once we started that, man, it's been a while, like years.
Oh yeah. It was before. You think it was before COVID? This had been
2018,
yeah.
maybe. Once we started that phrase just restored our marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took us to the next level in our marriage, where it just made us be able to put words to how we're feeling.
Yep.
Not just like a broad feeling or emotion, but really like in that moment, how is your heart feeling? And we were both able to express like, hey, yo, I'm feeling anxious.
Yep.
I got knots in my stomach.
Yep.
I'm like shaky. I really don't want to do this. I know I got to do it. And it was just helpful overall.
I mean, it still is.
Yeah.
The thing that I remember the most, like if you take our marriage in stages, is you get married, honeymoon phase, right? It's all physical. Let's just say, and then you have kids, and then it becomes all about the kids. It seems like, and so it's just like there's no check-in, there's no balance, or everything is. As we called it, the CEO marriage.
Yeah. It's transactional.
It all becomes transactional and not, hey, we're in a relationship with one another. And I think that's where, when you even say restored our marriage, I want to go to another level. It didn't restore our marriage. I think it even made us best friends.
Yeah.
It restored our marriage and then took us to being best friends.
Yeah.
Right, in our marriage.
Yeah. It reconnected us in ways that we didn't know we needed to be connected.
And to add to that, so not even like if I know you're having a long meeting or something like that. So we even would go, all right, what time is that meeting? So, hey, I'm going to be praying for you.
Yeah.
While that meeting's going on. And that's even taking it to the next stage, you know what I mean? Of not just you good, but now I'm going to be on the throne room with Jesus, asking him to intercede on your behalf and make sure that you're feeling all the right feels.
Yeah.
By the way, through therapy, our therapist would, if you start to feel anxious, aren't you supposed to like stop? What do you smell? Like go through all your senses or something like that?
Yeah.
You remember all those?
Yes. So it was like your 5 senses, right? So it's 5 things you see.
Is it 5 things or just what do you see? What do you smell?
Yeah, you go down like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what they are, but
What do you hear?
Yeah. What do you hear? What do you smell?
I think it grounds you.
It does.
Okay.
It's like a grounding exercise. I'll share it in the description below.
Do that, girl.
I will. It was, it's been really good to ask each other, like, what's weighing heavy on you right now? Mm-hmm. What's truly like burdening you? In what areas has, what areas do you feel that the Lord needs to make your heart tender again? Like, what is going on with you mentally? And for me, my mental health has been, I feel like kind of a roller coaster. I really didn't. So when I had Dwayne, I didn't experience postpartum postpartum depression. I did not, excuse me.
Postpartum depression.
I know. When I had Deja, I did experience it. So I was at a low
Yeah.
after her. And then once we relocated and moved out of state, I was at a low then. And then once Dwayne graduated
And went off to
and
college.
went off to college, I was at a low then. And so depression is a real thing. Mental health is real. Like anxiety is real. I remember growing up. I love my grandma so much.
Grandma Ressa.
Yes.
Don't start crying.
I'm not.
Okay. You can if you want to.
I'm not. I love her so much. And I wish that she were still here with us. But when I tell you Black people just equate mental health or, anxiety, they don't call it. In the past, they have not called it anxiety. It's more like your nerves. You got bad nerves. No, I have anxiety.
My guy. That's anxiety.
I have anxiety.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it's any fault of their own.
No.
I just think that's how people grew up and weren't really into therapy, and you got to have more faith, and you don't have enough faith. You need to pray more, blah, blah, blah. And
Yes, we do need to pray.
yes.
And you do need to have help with your mental state.
You do.
We can't stress that enough.
So now we're going to talk about some of the things that hinder people from sharing how they're actually doing.
Pride.
Why are people so prideful?
We think we can handle it ourselves. When we were not, God did not wire us that way. He made us to be in relationship with one another and other people. So we need to be sharing these things. So it's like when you say you're good, I just want to say, yeah, because I got it. Like, I'm the man. I'm supposed to have it. I'm the man. I got this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, you know what? So I think the hardest thing with men and pride is to go, hey, I'm feeling anxious about this. Like, sometimes I don't even know why I'm feeling anxious about
we will have those
something.
conversations.
I'm like, I just told her, sometimes I feel anxiety, and I haven't identified where it's coming from.
Yeah. Like, what's the trigger?
Right. And then if I say that to Dari, so I've had to really humble myself to go, hey, I'm feeling anxious about something right now. Can't identify it. And we'll go through different things that are going on and we'll try to pinpoint it. And as we're pinpointing it, I'm trying to pray about it too, to, God, give me the wisdom and discernment to figure out what it is that's doing this. And even sometimes I've had the wherewithal where God goes, no, you're excited about something.
Yeah.
Because
I think they kind of
they live in the same, they live in the same house.
It's like a thin line.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anxiety.
Between anxiety and excitement.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cause sometimes I'll say, hey babe, I feel anxious. And you're like, wait, I'm doing something new.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, you might be excited. Is it excitement? And I'm like, no, it's anxiety. So I'm so used to calling it anxiety. And true story, it could just be.
And it could be both.
It could be a both and.
I'm feeling excited and anxious about doing this speech or da-da-da-da-da.
So another reason that people don't want to share is maybe they don't want to burden people. So if that applies to you, just share it. Share it with your people. You don't have to share it on Facebook. You don't need to share it on social media. You don't have to share it with everyone. Share it with your people. As long as they know and you have that community and you're able to talk to them, and now you have people that are praying for you and you're not doing it alone. Because for me, honestly, I share with my community, no doubt. And also I tend to hibernate when I'm going through stuff. So you won't hear from me. And I'll respond if you text me, but it may take me a little longer. I'm not going to reach out like I normally would. And it's just, I feel like I'm just trying to protect myself or be my own safe space where, I don't want to I don't want to burden anyone else with my issue or my frustration.
That could be pride too. There's a bit of pride. There can be shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shame comes in because the outside world always thinks that you have it together, or you've always had it together, or some people think you've always had it together. But then that shame comes in because I don't have it together right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
it's like you don't look the part.
Right. And that's why I call fake book instead of Facebook.
Yeah.
That's why I call Facebook fake book, because everybody always puts their best self on Facebook, and not, most people don't go, you know what, today's really hard and I'm struggling with blah, 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 blah.
So how can someone like get over that and just not be prideful in that area and start sharing with their friends? What do you suggest?
Well,
these are just our opinions,
as
just
my
so you know.
favorite pastor right now would say, is you got to wring out your heart. So, when you use a washcloth.
Is it a washcloth?
It is
like
a washcloth.
WAR?
Washcloth. Yes.
Wash?
Yes. Comment below. When you use a washcloth and you're dirty, what happens? The dirt goes on that washcloth. And then what do? You wring it out.
Yes.
And then the washcloth
Wait,
becomes
do you put
clean.
soap and water on the washcloth?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So then you're washing off and the washcloth gets dirty and you wring it out.
Yep. We have to wring out pride. We got to wring out shame.
Yeah.
Shame is definitely from the enemy. He wants you to feel that shame, like you ain't supposed to be sitting here. You ain't supposed to be anxious. You ain't supposed to be checked.
Yeah.
You just need to tell your partner you got it all together.
That is the enemy.
And when God created marriage, he two becoming one.
Yeah.
Two becoming one. And as we become one, like you said, you know me better than I know myself.
I do.
I know, and there's things like, I know you.
He does know me,
right?
though.
Yeah. I'm like,
I know you're hungry.
I know, hey, dog, I'm like, in a lot of things, you're a perfectionist. And everything has to be.
That's another episode.
And everything has to be perfect for, like, to get to go. And I'm like,
I think that's mental, though. So we're not going to talk about that today. We're not going to bring up everything that, I need Jesus for. Not all in one episode.
okay.
But another episode.
Okay. We'll talk about perfectionism later.
We will. It really is a thing for me.
It's for a lot of people.
Yeah, I think.
So we have to wring out our heart. We got to wring out the pride. We got to wring it. And that's through prayer. That's through reading God's word. That's through spending time with Jesus. That's having your inner circle of accountability. If you don't have accountability, that means you don't have anybody around you that loves you. If you just have yes men or yes women around you, that means they're just there to cheer you on and not to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
And accountability equals LOVE.
Love. Oh, did I hit that? No.
You did. I would keep saying you should be in the choir, but you got to use your voice for Jesus.
Listen,
if I could sing, I would not come off the stage. Anyway.
Sometimes I wonder where you go with things. And then I realize that I'm walking with you on the same path. And I'm like, I don't know where either one of us are going. So, yeah. Is there anything you need from me right now? Like, would that be a helpful question? If I were to ask you, is there anything that you need from me right now?
Yes, I think so. In our code word, you good, we've been through through all of it. Hey, I know this is hard, or I know you're about to go deal with this, or, hey, I know you need to breathe, or your response is, so I know you're anxious about something. Tell me what you're anxious about.
Yeah.
What was your question again?
Do you need anything?
Oh, yeah. Do I need anything?
Are you in perimenopause?
I am that ADD, yes. So, yeah, that is a helpful question. Do you need anything? Yeah, I cannot. there's been times where I said, yeah, because I eat the same meal every day or whatever.
You do.
I'd be like, dog, I need you to cook it, because even if you cook the same meal, it's going to taste a little bit different than when I do.
So I put that seasoning on it.
Put that love in it.
I put that seasoning on it. Mm-hmm. I put my foot in it. Mm-hmm. There's something wrong with you. Or maybe it's something wrong with me. I don't know.
So yes, helpful question.
Yeah, pride. I'm stuck on that. Because I think I am. I know that I am prideful in a few ways that I need to surrender over to the Lord.
We were just watching a sermon, and and they were talking about surrendering everything over to God.
Yeah. Do you think it's helpful when we communicate, and y'all comment below with this, or give us suggestions, or let us hear your feedback? Do you think it's helpful to have open-ended questions, or do you want questions that are just like a yes and no? When we're checking in,
I've always struggled to really say open-ended questions.
What do you mean?
Like, it's like
to answer them, or to say the question?
To ask an open-ended question. Like, what exactly? I know it's an open-ended question is to ask a question that's not yes or no, but I struggle to put an open-ended question into words.
Like, let's try it out. Ask me an open-ended question. I'm ready.
You have to cut this out because I just went.
No, people need to hear that. That means you're thinking. Your wheels are turning.
What was the most exciting part of your day today? That is an open-ended question. Yes, I am good at this. Never mind. I'm good at this. Next segment.
You want me to answer?
Yeah. What was the best part of your day, and what was the most challenging part of your day?
Let's go with the best part first.
You woke up next to me? Yes,
that's right. No, seriously, the best part of my day was when I got finished working today, and he came home from all of his meetings and recordings and everything that he did today, because he's like a celebrity right now.
Not really.
When he came home, he changed his clothes, because you better not wear your house clothes.
Don't put them on clothes and house clothes.
Outside clothes on the furniture. So he came in and changed his clothes, and he laid beside me on the couch in our room. Mm-hmm. That was the best part of my day.
Yeah, awesome. We get to lay. We're about to go to bed, so we can go lay again.
I love you so much. Do you think that in our marriage, we've created like a no judgment zone, like a judgment-free zone, where we're able to share all of the things with one another?
I think we can share all of the things with one another, and we're still going to judge each other.
So what's the thing on social? I wish Deja was down here. There's something on social media. It's like, we listen and we don't judge. Mm-hmm. I feel like people are they are listening and they are judging. I listen to you and I do judge you. But I say, I'm judging you right now. Or you'll say, you're judging, or don't judge me, or you're judging me, or whatever. We'll say that to each other. But we are definitely judging each other.
Yeah.
In a funny way.
Yeah.
Because we love each other, right? It's just being funny. I'm not judging you seriously.
Yeah, a bit.
Online. I'm judging seriously. Yeah, but overall, I think we do have a good like judgment-free zone where we share things with each other.
I think you have to actually, I guess the word's not judge, but help discern what the person's going through so that you can actually give proper feedback to help them with where they are.
Yeah. And I think ultimately the judgment-free zone is creating a safe space. So not only do we need to be our safe space, and you guys need to be your safe space for yourself, but it's also great when you have safe spaces with other people, right? Like having people that are able to hold space for you is just another type of love. It's another kind of love. It just takes your friendship, your marriage to the next level where you just know that you can show up with that person all kind of crazy and they not judging you. They ain't judging you.
I think we still judge, but it's in a way again that loves
Yeah.
to judge. It's a judging love.
So, question for y'all. How do you check in? What type of questions do your friends or your significant other, your spouse, partner, whatever, how do y'all check in with one another?
If 50% of marriages end in divorce, I would say 50% of the people aren't checking in.
Well, I guess the question is, do you check in with one another? First of all, if yes, say how you check in. What are the questions that you're asking one another? How do you find out more about what's going on in that person's life?
Yeah. Because if I'm not checking in with you, then how am I supposed to know what's going on with you or what's troubling you, where I can help? And the same thing, it's like, there's days, and I think I've heard somebody else say this, where I might be only, marriage is supposed to be 100% of you, 100% of me. A lot of people say it's supposed to be 50%. No, you're supposed to give 100%. I'm supposed to give 100%. Some days I can only give 80 and you might have to give 120. Some days I might have to give 130 and you're giving 70, right? Because of something that's going on. You're tired. It's just been one of those weeks or whatever. Life be lifing.
Yeah.
Thank God, God be Godding.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right. So we want to encourage everyone to first ask yourself, are you checking in? Do you have anyone to check in on you? Are you checking in on anyone else? What questions are you asking one another? Ask them what questions would they prefer you to ask? What questions would they like you to ask them?
Are you supposed to ask open when we're talking about open-ended questions?
Yes, ask open-ended questions. Really, and get the engagement and see what's going on with each other mentally, physically, relationally, spiritually. Like it's all four, right? Check in with all of that.
We also look at each other. side note, we look at each other's we'll look at our calendars together so we know what's going on the next day, so we can go, so at like I said, at 2:00 I'm gonna be praying while you're doing whatever, because I know it's back to back meetings or whatever.
Yeah, that is helpful. That's another thing. It is helpful to share calendars, just so we know what's going on. And create that judgment-free zone with one another. Create that with your spouse. Create that with your friends, because I've had friends that I didn't feel safe around. And so I'm grateful that I do have that safe space with my friends. And the next time we hang out, I'm going to get them to do we listen and we don't judge.
That's good.
Next time we have home group,
we listen.
We're going to do that. So listen, this is your call to action, okay? Not only ask yourself, are you checking in? Come up with some check-ins, maybe some new check-in questions, and check in with people, okay? See if you're not checking in, figure out what's going on. Is it your pride? What's holding you back? You don't want to burden people, blah, 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 all of that.
Do I really need to wash my feet, or if the water hits them while I'm showering, is that enough? Are you judging? I didn't say I do that.
Is this a dad joke?
That's not a dad joke. I'm just asking.
You're a dad.
I'm just asking the question.
Yo, that was super corny. Is it a dad joke or you?
It's not a dad joke. Do I really need to go down and wash my feet, or if
that's
the water
a wrap on this episode? Okay, we love y'all. We thank y'all. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, all the things. Watch
first.
Watch us. And why are you not watching us?
Why are you not sharing it with your friends?
Why are you not sharing it with your friends? Anyway, we love y'all. Subscribe, like, share, all the things. Bye.
Bye.